shout out to TJ Slaughter, one of my really good friends. We call him the Blue-Eyed Devil because he's a black guy with beautiful, like, most gorgeous eyes you've ever seen in your life. Right. Like, all he does is look at women. They're like, where do we go? And, so TJ hit me up. He's like, yo, so I'm coming. I'm going to do my off season. I'm going to train with you. And then he played for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So then he hit up Aiken Adele, who's another close friend of mine. I think I missed his birthday, so happy birthday, bro. And Aiken, so I started training Aiken and TJ. So they're two jacked, 6'3", 240-pound linebackers. Then I meet the notorious Nevin Shapiro. I don't know if y'all know about Nevin, but Nevin got busted for a Ponzi scheme here in Miami. He was one of the biggest Miami Hurricane boosters. Even had the student lounge, or the athlete lounge was named after him. Wow. And he introduced me to everybody. So I meet him, I become his personal trainer, and he just starts introducing me to everybody. Jeremy Shockey, Antrell Roll, Barrett Askew, Drew Rosenhaus. Wow. Just basically introducing me to the athlete world, Shaquille O'Neal, like everybody. So I started training everybody and started really building a name for myself as, back then, celebrity trainer actually had some weight. You know, now it doesn't mean but now
it does if you have the
well, yeah,
right?
but even now,
but it seems like everybody.
People now will train a celebrity or an athlete one time, like once, and then call themselves or say, I train so-and-so.
So for you, what does that mean? For you to call yourself a celebrity trainer, what do you need? What are the criteria?
You would have to have a steady clientele list of celebrities or athletes. So you would have to actually train them on a day-to-day basis for at least a year, at least, you know? Not like you work at Equinox and Beyonce came in and did a session with you. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a celebrity trainer. So, and again, I hated that title, hated it. I wanted to really lean into being a private strength and conditioning coach is what I felt like I was. Like, anytime I got tagged with celebrity trainer, I was kind of annoyed by it. So I really started building up this business of being kind of the go-to guy in Miami. We were doing crazy workouts. So I had about 19 guys in the NFL that were training with me in the off season. Most of them were like Drew Rosenhaus's guys, but we were at the Flamingo Athletic Club. So this is the Flamingo. I don't know if y'all have heard of the Flamingo on the beach, but it's like Melrose Place over there. So we all lived there, and we would wake up super early and we would get a workout in. Then they had a volleyball court. So then we'd do sand workouts. Then we'd go to the pool and we would do like pool workouts. Like we would do like holding the medicine ball up and weight, you know, stuff like that. We'd do laps. And the NFL guys loved it because all the women were laying out topless. So it was like getting them to work out in the pool was easy. And then we would leave, and then we'd go to the football field at the Flamingo Park, and we'd run gassers. Then we'd come back and we'd do stairs, and then we'd all take a nap. And then we'd all go out, and then we'd party like rock stars, and then we'd do it again. Yeah, and then we would do it again and do it again. And literally for 4 months, you know, that's what we did. And so did that, became, you know, like I said, very well known. And then I had a guy come into the gym one day, and this was after the off season. So all my NFL guys were gone, but I still had about 29 clients. So steady clients, which is a lot of clients. Right. And I had a guy, and he was like, hey, I need a traveling personal trainer. I'm leaving tomorrow on my private jet. Can I hire you? And I was like, well, how much? And he handed me $10,000 in cash. Now, that's not a lot of money. Back then, it was a little bit more than it is today. I mean, today it's nothing. But back then, it was another moment where I felt like it was an opportunity to take a risk and be like, let's do it. So I literally gave up 29 clients to go train this guy. We literally were on a private jet the next day. We fly. The first person I meet is Nicole Murphy, Eddie Murphy's wife. Okay. Wow. I start helping her and him with fitness and nutrition and all that. This story could take up the whole podcast. So I won't go into too much detail with that, but it was crazy. And then after traveling for about 3 months, after like about the middle of the second month, I was like, hey man, you know, where's my money? You know, like what's up? Because he only gave me 10,000 for just to go. Okay. So I was like, you know, what's up with the money? And then he started.
Took you 2 months though to ask him?
Well, keep in mind, we're traveling, like we're on private jets.
Yeah.
We're staying in penthouses. We're eating at fine, you know, he's buying me stuff. Like and it was fast paced. Like, you know, like moving it. I mean, we went to Atlantic City one day. We went to Vegas one day. We went back to LA. We went to Dallas. We went to Salt Lake City. Like it was kind of a, so, you know, like it was like one of those moments where it slowed down and then it was like, wait a minute. You know, like, wait a minute, like, hold up now.
The 10K
like,
running out.
Exactly, like, what? Whoa. So, because, you know, when you're in it, you're also trying to, or someone like me, you're trying to do a good job too. And you're trying not to feel like it's transactional. I've never really wanted to be a person that is only transactional. I've actually always wanted to make an impact on somebody. So for me, I was just trying to do a good job. And I tell people, how it felt, if you've ever seen the movie The Devil Wears Prada, that's how it felt for me. I felt like that assistant on The Devil Wears Prada. Like he had me doing all kinds of random stuff, like washing the car, going to get laundry, like just like basically I was way more than a personal trainer. I was like an assistant, this, that, and another. So it was definitely an experience. Then come to find out, you know, he made some weird comments when I asked him about the money, and I was like, look, if I don't get paid, I'm out. And so he didn't pay me, and he gave me some kind of weird other way he could pay me, and I was out. So I literally got on the flight, left, and I had to start over. Like I literally had to start over. Then come to find out, he was one of the most notorious con artists in the world. So he actually conned Nicole Murphy out of $13 million, and he obviously conned me out of like probably about 20, 30 grand. And then he was doing it to other people all across. He's in prison today in Sacramento.
Oh, wow.
So that was and it's crazy because Nevin Shapiro just got out of prison. So two of my biggest clients were con artists, which is wild.
So what happens when you come to Miami?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll tell you one thing though. It's
that's
like,
what give you the ammo.
people always ask me like, how did that happen? You know, like, well, they were good. Like a good con artist is. I tell everybody, everyone would have loved Nevin Shapiro and Troy Stratos. Everyone would have loved them because if they walked into this room right now, they would own the room because they just had those like magnetic personalities.
Like gravitas.
You know what I mean?